What is up, everyone? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today I have a really good one. I have the Proreck 800EX. I'm super excited to bring it to you. You're seeing it first here on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you've never tuned in to my channel, just know I love to do reviews, tutorials. I'm just here to help do the research for you so you don't have to. Give it to you as easy as possible and then leave some links in case you're interested in some of the products that we talk about. So thank you so much for tuning in today on the Proreck 800EX. Also check out audioproreck.com. If you have any questions for them or any extra things that you need to find out, you can check out their website and find out how much this is going for at the time as well. So thank you so much. We got a lot to get into. Thank you to all my subscribers. Please like, subscribe, or share if this is helpful at all, and let's get into the video. So first of all, let's just get into a little bit of the specs. If you haven't seen my unboxing and first thoughts, you might want to check that video out as well, just because I go over a little bit more of this. I'm going to go over really fast today because I got so much I need to bring to you. But basically, this is an array system. It does weigh 69 pounds. It has arrays at the top, you can see there. It has a 12-inch subwoofer on the bottom, D-class amplifier. They're rating it peak power about 1800 watts. It does say it's about 500 or 600 watts RMS. A couple different disputes on that. Bi-amped, so it does send power to the top and to the subwoofer from the bottom. Like I said, it does weigh about 69 pounds. It has a great dispersion rate because it does go about 83 inches up high. So it is a very tall speaker and can definitely throw some sound out over your crowd. So that is pretty cool about it. It does have 8 3-inch full range speakers inside of it. And so you do get the really, really loud, powerful sound coming out of that top array there. It does have the pole there and the subwoofer cord. Everything you need in the box to get going right away. It does have a 4-channel mixing board on the back, so you can put in a couple things that we'll quickly take a look at here in a second. It does have true wireless stereo sound connect through Bluetooth. It does have Bluetooth as well, and it is about $464. I've seen in a couple different spots. A little bit cheaper on the website during some holidays and things like that, so check out for any kind of sales for that. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put it together really quick, and then we're going to take a quick look at it when it's all set up. And I also will show you quickly how to hook up with some cords if you were trying to hook it up to different items. So let's get into that. All right, so I'm going to come back here really quick and show you that it does come with the little array pole here. You can see that, and it does have the same connection on either side, so you can't really mess that up. And it does have, you can see it's kind of got different designs, so you can't really put it in wrong. So if you try to put it in the other way, it will actually stop you from doing it. It won't go in. So if you put it in the right way, it just goes down. Make sure it's all the way tight, and then you just grab the top of the array here. It does have a nice little handle. It has definitely has some weight to it, but still very, very portable, easy to use. And then you can just throw that right on top. It will face forward, of course. And that's it. All we need to do is plug it in and get it hooked up to the devices that we need. So pretty simple and easy there. So let's go ahead and bring you in close, and then I'll show you how to get this hooked up. All right, so I want to show you the back of this really quick. So this is going to be your 4-channel little mixing board here, and it does have some cool features. It does have volume, high, low, FX, which is a little bit of reverb. Also has your toggle switch for microphone, instrument, or line, and it's just a little toggle switch that you can adjust there. It does have combo jacks, XLR, and quarter jack. And then on your 4-channel here, you have Bluetooth, your true wireless sound connect, which I'll show you, and a 3.5 auxiliary jack, RCA jacks as well, and some digital presets that you can mess around with too, flat, DJ, and live. And then you do have a master volume for the sub, and you can see right there, and for your satellite speakers, or your array speaker there. And it does have a phase as well. And then this is your mix out, which is also XLR, and you can go to any portable powered speaker. So if you have a PA speaker that you want to use, you can use that, or if you have another powered subwoofer, you can go out to it from that as well. And you can kind of see the volume levels I have here. This is pretty much how I do it. I have the sub turned up a little bit more than the array because those arrays are pretty powerful there. So that's how we got it. Once then, all I gotta do is plug it in, power button, and then the fan back here as well. So pretty easy. Let's get you back on the tripod and I'll show you a few connections. And really quick, I want to show you a couple ways. It just depends on what cables you want to use or what cables you have to hook this up. But if just say you were trying to use a laptop and you're trying to go from this laptop to the speakers, once again, you could use Bluetooth. That is an option. Or you could just use a cable like this with 3.5 and RCAs. And then you would just go into the 3.5 jack on the laptop. And then you would go into channel 4 here that has the RCAs, and you would be good to go right there. So that's it. Very, very, very simple. No problem there. There's some other ways you could hook this up too. If you had an adapter for a USB to a 3.5 or something like that, you could absolutely go from there as well. Another option I'll show you is, say you have a controller and going from your controller like this, go and you see we have XLR, you also have RCAs, and you have quarter jack. You know, there's so many ways that you could go into this. So you just need the correct cable, once again, like I said. And for that method, I would probably go from my XLR on my controller. So these would go to the controller, and then I could still go into the RCAs on this unit. So that's an option. Or if I wanted to go RCA to RCA, we could go into channel 1. I can switch this to line, and so I just hit my toggle there, switch it to line, and I can go RCA to RCA. Then I would just go the RCA cables into this, RCA cables into my controller, and we got that there. So that is definitely an option with an adapter. They make cables like this with the 3.5 to quarter jack that could go to my controller as well. They also make, adapters where you can have one XLR to a dual XLR cable on the other side. So there's so many different ways that it can be done, but it is really simple, and there's tons of inputs on this to get that done. So I just wanted to show you a couple options, couple ways. Always get asked about hooking up, but there's definitely plenty on here to hook up anything you want at any time. So also, if you're hooking up a microphone, your microphones will just go into one of the channels. You can pick any channel you want. You have an instrument, any of the channels. And like I said, it would just take a quarter jack like this from a microphone cable, and you can go right into it like there. Adjust your volumes accordingly, including highs and lows. And it also has some FX, which would be some reverb that you could use too. So if you do karaoke, that would be a great thing to have as well. So that's how you hook it up. We're going to go ahead and show you Bluetooth now. If you have a tablet, you could go, all you have to do is go to your settings, and you're going to go ahead and go to Bluetooth, of course. We'll fire on the unit here, and then you would just go to Bluetooth on the speaker. It's just a quick tap, and it does show the Proreck. It just says Proreck on the bottom there. So we'll just hit Proreck, and it just connected. And you do have to adjust the volume on your device as well. So we do have volume, it will play. Now, one other thing I'd like to show you is the True Wireless Sound Connect. So all you have to do is do the same thing. So now we have both of them shown here. So all you have to do is hit the Bluetooth button. You'll fire this one on. It's on. We're gonna tap the Bluetooth button. And then all you have to do, and I'm gonna turn the volumes up. It already connected. So it said left channel, right channel. So I'm going to do that again so you can kind of hear that. I'm going to untap that. Now I'm going to hit it again. You're going to hear left and right channel. And all you have to do is give it a quick tap. You don't have to hold it or anything, just a quick tap. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do it on this speaker as well. So you see it left and right channel. So now we are wirelessly connected, both of these speakers. And I do have the ability to play Bluetooth on these. All right, something I need to point out though is if you're Bluetooth and you're in the wireless stereo connect, if you have a microphone plugged into one speaker and you want that to work on both speakers, you will physically have to go from the mix out to the channel 1 or channel 2, whatever channel you want, into the other speaker. So if you hook up any extra instruments or microphones on one speaker, you got to make sure that you connect into the other speaker for them to work both ways. You won't be able to Bluetooth communicate that information if that makes sense. So you have to make sure that you physically connect the speakers together for that to work. Okay, so that's something I just want to point out. On the true wireless sound, it will play music through Bluetooth, and you can have both of them connected wirelessly, but it will not work to transfer like microphone and instruments over wirelessly. You still have to physically cord to get the instruments and the extra instruments or whatever you plug in to the other speaker. So notice I have the mix out on this one going to channel 1 on this speaker. Make sure you adjust all the volumes accordingly. And then now we have both speakers working, and you can have up to 3 items plugged into this speaker and they will still play on the speaker, including your Bluetooth. So just something to point out there on that, if that makes sense. All right, so let's show you the speakers really quick. So we got them both here. We're going to show you a cool design. They're looking pretty good. Pretty tall, 83 inches. I do like this little extra bonus LED light that you have there. That's a nice little added design. You can see that the front here, they do have ported boxes here, and they do have a downward facing sub. I can actually feel the sub on the inside here, and it is facing down. And then you're going to have it ported with the air going out. So they do throw pretty nice, do sound pretty good. I'm going to show the back here. You can see me, I got it corded. I'm hooked up from the mix out from this one into channel 1. Got the volumes adjusted. The subwoofer up a little higher than the array speaker. I am connected through Bluetooth on that one as well. So something to pick up. We can connect. If I just hit that button, they will connect together.
Left channel.
You can see that they are connected. I do have my microphone connected into that one right there, like I said. And so they look pretty good. Nice sturdy construction, handles, still portable. Good. So let's go ahead and do a sound test. All right, we are back, and I'm gonna give you a quick mic check and a quick sound test on these speakers, just so you can get an idea what they sound like, and we'll talk about the sound as well. So I do have the microphone on right here, and you can see that they sound pretty good. You do have to dial them in a little bit to get the correct sound. You might have to adjust some of the lows and the highs to get it, but they sound pretty good on the microphone. So you definitely have lots of volume, and you can get these to project really, really well. All right, so that's pretty good. I will say that the volume levels are the same that I showed you. I have the subwoofers a little bit higher than the arrays, and we'll talk about that in a second. And I'm just gonna grab my tablet and we'll get this started. All right, so let's go ahead and give you a quick sound test with just some music that I have available. All right, so that's a quick sound test. I got a couple different things in there. At least you can get an idea of what's going on. So let's go ahead and talk about the sound. The sound is really, really clear. It definitely sounds good. The arrays are very, very powerful. In fact, they're so powerful that I think they kind of overpower the subwoofers just a little bit. So you do have to add a little bit more power to the subwoofers via the volume gains for them to kind of match. So you will have to adjust that accordingly. But other than that, the subwoofers do sound pretty good. I wish there was more music that I could play for you, like actual today's hits, but I'll just definitely get copyright and I won't be able to relay that over to you. So they're just going to cut that out. Now you won't get to hear it anyway. So there is certain songs in hip hop and things like that that kind of overpower these subs a little bit, but for the most part, everything does sound pretty good. They have a nice punchy 12-inch bass. And like I said, these arrays are so powerful, so loud, that I really don't have the volume up that loud. You saw how my settings are in the back. I don't go more than really half volume with the arrays because they're so loud. So it is very, very, very loud. And if you go to max volume, the arrays are almost brash and so loud that you need to turn them down. So you're definitely going to have volume in spaces for whatever you need, and you can crank them up, but when you're up close to these, yes, it's pretty powerful and pretty loud. At max volume, you will get just a little bit distortion with the arrays, but the subwoofer, I mean, you could crank that thing and it's handling whatever you need. But other than that, that's at max volume. If you keep them at the correct volumes and adjust them a little bit, man, they are super clear, crisp, sound good. Really, really pleased with the sound on these 800EXs. So now let's go ahead and get into pros and cons. All right, everybody, let's wrap this up on the Proreck 800EX array system here now. This system is very, very nice. We're going to start off pros, so we're just going to jump right into this right away. So overall, on the Proreck 800EX, first you got to talk about the value at under $500. I think that really hits it home because of the quality that you get, the robust build, the wood quality, the build, like I said, with the downward facing sub, the ported box. You got an easy setup, nice array speakers, you know, D-class amplifier. You know, you're getting a lot with this. You're getting the ease of use with all the connections in the back. You're getting XLR, quarter jack, a selector switch for instrument, line or microphone. You're getting an extra little dB with that microphone selection. You're getting highs and lows, a little bit of reverb for you karaoke DJs or singers or performers or those types of things with the microphone. You're getting gain levels on each of those channels. You're getting on channel 4 Bluetooth 5.0. You're getting true wireless connect stereo sound. You're getting a RCA input and a 3.5mm jack. So it's really ease of use to connect to the speaker. You're getting a lot with that. You're getting a 12-inch sub. You're getting, you know, 500 to 600 watts RMS of loudness out of the speaker, and it does get loud. I will say that. It does have some headroom. It does have some volume. It does have that 83 inches of height up there. So that's a speechful right there in its own. The Bluetooth is easy to use. It easily connected with a couple pushes of button. The Bluetooth wireless, true wireless sound, stereo sound connect was easy to use as well. Great sounding speaker, great clarity out of the arrays, great punchy bass out of the subwoofer unit. You can easily do, I would say, 150 to 200 people with this, no problem on your dance floor. It's going to sound good. Nice punchy bass, all those types of things. If you want a lower bass, you might have to mix this with a subwoofer, but for the most part, you get a nice punchy, good sounding bass. All that together, price point as well. Check out audioproreck.com for the current prices, under $500. Like I said, it's a great deal. I wouldn't be myself if I didn't give it some negatives too, and some of the negatives on this are a little bit picky, but definitely I still claim as negatives. The array speaker is a little bit more, satellite speaker is a little bit more powerful than the subwoofer, so it can overpower this subwoofer. So you do have to kind of adjust volume levels accordingly. You definitely want to give it a little bit more subwoofer volume than the array speakers, because the array speakers are just so powerful and loud that you can definitely overpower them, and then you really are like, where's the bass? So definitely adjust that accordingly. You can still make it sound good, a good combo pack. You can still make it sound good. You still hear the lows and that type of thing, but you definitely kind of have to adjust those volume levels. You can't just crank the array and you'll disappoint yourself. You'll be like, well, these don't have good bass at all. No, you have to kind of adjust it a little bit, and that's something that some people will say that's a negative thing. And for me, you just have to adjust it a little bit, and it works great. And that's why Proreck adds those adjustments on there, so you can give a little bit more bass or a little bit more, array volume to whatever you need. So you just have to do some adjustments there. And so that could be positive or negative, however you want to take it. The True Wireless Sound Connect 2, just to make a point to people that yes, it does work flawlessly, it does work good, but if you're hooking up extra instruments, lines, or microphones, you're only going to get that out of one speaker through Bluetooth unless you physically connect the two speakers together through that monitor out link. So make sure you do that. I showed that earlier, so something that could be a positive or negative too. I wish it all worked through Bluetooth, but that doesn't work like that. So you just have to make sure it's physically connected to the other speaker. So that could be a negative. Some people might not understand that, but that could be a negative too. So just make sure you do that. Another thing is Proreck, please come out with some bags for this. We definitely need some protection. You need a subwoofer cover, and you need a pole and array bag, something that says Proreck on it. Give it a great value. We're definitely going to pick it up in a combo with this unit so we can transport it to our DJ gigs or wherever we need to take it and keep it protected. So Proreck, we need some bags for this equipment. Give us some extra gear, some bags, some protection, so we can transport the 800EX around. Definitely a negative in my opinion. Got to come up with those bags. And then finally, the elephant in the room, and I'll kind of leave this, could be negative, could be positive, but the comparison with what the speaker's kind of competing with, I really think it's really close and it's competitive with the Evolve 50. And people are going to ask me which one would you pick? Which one's better? Of course, the Evolve 50 at $1,800 is a great speaker, and I'm never going to say it's not. And this can definitely compete with it, but it is not that speaker. The Evolve 50 is a little bit better at how it works. So you put that speaker together, you just plug it in, and the subwoofer and the arrays sound great together. There's no adjustment, really. Everything works together really good. That system's a little bit lighter, but that system is $1,800, and this system is not. So I definitely will say that the system can compete with the volume levels. Absolutely. That part, I'm not lying. Test this out. The volume levels are very, very close. I did test out some SPLs, and I got 112 on my app that I was using, which is really loud still, but it wasn't the 121 that they said, but I don't know how accurate that app is. And also I got 40 hertz of bass signal out of the subwoofer, which was really cool. I was surprised I could hear that bass level out of it. I could even almost hear 35 hertz. So I was really surprised how good that subwoofer was sounding and what it was picking up also. So very cool in those tests. So I will say it can compete with that speaker, but it is not, of course, that speaker. The plus for this though is give it a chance at the under $500. You can pick up two for the price of those really expensive EVs out there, and you can still get some things done with them. And I think that's the key level for Proreck, is they keep making great valued speakers that can compete with these other speakers out there. And that's the biggest thing. As long as you're competitive and we can continue to, they're continuing to improve and make better speakers out there. Yeah, they're moving in the right direction, the right space. I'm really enjoying Proreck speakers. Final thoughts is Proreck is really competing with really crazy companies out there, and they're doing a good job of competing with them. Like I said, these will really surprise you if you give them a listen. There's a few quirks and negatives, and there's a lot of positives as well, but they can definitely compete with some speakers out there. And so they keep surprising me. They keep on making better equipment, up in their game, continuing to improve, and I'm really surprised and happy with what Proreck has been doing lately. So definitely the Proreck EX, in my opinion, is a great speaker. It's definitely a great value. It can definitely get things done for you. You should definitely give it a chance. Check it out at audioproreck.com. Pick it up, give it a chance, and let me know what you guys think of it. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's been DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. Please like, subscribe, and share. I got tons of more content for 2024. So let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and share if this is helpful. And we'll see you really, really soon on my next video. Catch you guys later.